and this is the first video that we've made in a long time, since winter. It's the first time that it's been nice out. It's been nice out this whole week actually, and all the snow was melted and it got so nice outside. But as I was getting ready to go ride and such, like wiping off the rust from winter and getting everything all back set up, I noticed that I had a pipe. My tire was popped, and that is the most annoying thing that every biker will have to face eventually. So I thought I would show you guys real quick, walk you through how I change my tires. I don't know if it's right or wrong, I'm not quite sure, but this is just how I do it. And so you pop your tire. There's two ways to pop your tire. I think it's either like puncturing it like through the tire into the tube. In that case, you'll need a new tire and new tube. Or you can get a rim pop, I call it. It's when it the band that protects your tube from like the nibbles and everything that are sharp, it like breaks and pinches your tube, so the inside's fine, or the outside's fine, the inside's popped, so you only need a new tire for that. Or you can get like pop between the tire and the rim if your tube slips in there. So you might need a whole new tire, which in case I have, because something went through my whole tire. There's a big hole in it, so I need to change my tire and my tube. And I already got it off my bike. All you need to do for that is you'll need just 2 wrenches. There's my wrenches right there. And you just pretty much there's bolts right here. If you don't know how to take them off, then you gotta learn how to do that. You just slip it on, unscrew. They're not that hard. And then you just take them off, and now you have your rim off. I already deflated it too. All you do for that is, if you have a PSI gauge, one of these things, most all of them come with that little thing right there in the back. You can press that against right there, and you can hear that. It lets some of the air out. Or you can just take anything that's laying around, like I usually use this screw right here. You can use this screw. Just all you need to do is push that down and deflate. And now for this part, you will need, I've always used 2 flathead screwdrivers, and you'll need, of course, your new tube and your new tire. But getting the rim off the actual, or the tire off the actual rim is the hardest part. All you do, since you don't really need to worry about popping your tube because it's already popped. So I've always used just 2 screwdrivers. You can use your hands, like I can use my hands, but that's always been too long to me. You open it and you put it under there so it goes over the rim, and then take your other one. You want to hold that screwdriver right there and go like a little bit around, get under this side too, and you can just pull that right off. Too far. And it takes a little bit of messing around with. And then once you can get maybe like 1/3 of the tire over, maybe 1/4, you can usually start taking it off yourself pretty easy. Like I said, it takes a lot of messing with, like that. Maybe one more with the tube. There you go. And then, yeah, mine's definitely all messed up. For sure, popped it. And then you can just use your fingers to go around it. There's still some air left in this tube. And then you go to the other side, and then you just use your fingers for that, and it'll pop right off. And then just take your tube. Oh, there's where it popped right there. Huh, that's not good. But yeah, and then you have, these are just, you can throw these away. There's a pop somewhere. I'm not quite sure where I popped it, but I heard it. I can still hear it. And that, but yeah, these are both garbage. You throw these away. And then now, you need your new tire. I always just hang them up. Now you have your new tire, your new tube. It's pretty easy actually. All you'll need for this part is, of course, the new tire, the new tube, and you'll need either a bicycle pump, but I'm lucky enough, my dad has a pressure, air compressor. And for this, all you need is a tire. Open up your box. I just go out to like my local Myers. I don't know if everyone has Myers, but your local supermarket or anything like that, and then just really easy to open. And then yeah, just take it out, and then this is pretty easy. Swing tire is also pretty easy. Alright, you got a tube. It should be completely deflated when you get it. If it's inflated, that's just weird. But let's see if this zoomed out. And then you want it filled a little bit. You don't want it like completely full, but you want to take your air compressor, your bicycle tube, and you just want to put it on that, and just so it has a shape to it, just so it like it's not flat. And then once you have this, make sure that this is on the inside, because you want this to be in your rim. You want you can just twist it and pull it down. And then take your tire and just put it anywhere inside of it. Just make sure it gets inside the tire. Make sure you get the right size too. There are different size rims, different size tires. Most BMX bikes I think are 20-inch, so I got a 20-inch tube for my bike, of course. Well, I think all BMX bikes are usually 20-inch unless they're bigger. And then, so yeah, once you have that, right there, the tube's inside your tire, you can take your rim, and I always just put it, this is the pretty hard part, just put it through, make sure that you have that through the rim, because it'll be really hard to find it if you don't. And then you just kind of start working with it and popping it on. This is a Salt, my friend gave it to me, a Salt tire, I'm pretty sure. Came off of his We the People. It's a pitch raw something. Yeah, it's just pitch raw. But it came off of his We the People bike, and it's a really nice nylon side, so it's really easy to get on there. It was really like easy as hell. And then find your tube, pull it through a little bit so you have it down there. And this is completely flat. And then just take your air compressor bicycle pump, blow it up a little bit more, and this is the pretty important part. Make sure that it's not pinching. Look around your rim and make sure that you cannot see your tube at all. If you can see your tube, it's gonna tighten up against your rim and your tire, and it's gonna pop it. So make sure that it's not pinching. And mine looks alright, so I'll blow it up more. Alright, now that you have your rim all blown up, you're pretty much good to go. Just I always just take my cap, just cap it off, and then be checking the size, you know, make sure you did everything right, check the tire pressure, make sure that it's in the right range, because on your tire it will say whatever it will say. Mine says minimum of 40, maximum of 65, so I blew mine up to like 65, 70ish, that's how I always blow up my tires. And yeah, so pretty much you're good. Make sure, just keep checking when you're blowing it up, keep checking that it's on the rim. With nylon wall tires, if you have a nylon wall tire, that is so hard to get on your rim because they're so flimsy, but it just takes some getting used to, just some practice. Just take your time, just keep checking and blowing up, and then you should be good. And now once it's all blown up, you have the, everything's all good. Yeah, mine looks pretty good. You can just put it back on here, make sure you check the direction. There will be a direction. It will say like what way your tire rotates. It will have a rotation or direction arrow on it. And I can't find it, but I can already know that it's on backwards. So the direction, yep, is like that. It's right here. That's the direction. So make sure that your treads are on, like facing the right way. If you have to look at your back tire, your other tire, and just match the rotation. And then if you have a kink gap, you'll understand this problem. My forks are so tight against it, and they have like this other thing too. That's like I don't know if all bikes have this, but it's like a little ring that goes in the fork. So even if like your bolts come loose, it will not come off. And that is really hard to get in. There we go. I got one. And then just pretty much put your tire back on here. Make sure it's on the right way. Just keep checking. Make sure everything's right. You do not want your tire to pinch the tube. Just make sure it's on, and then that's all you do really. And then just tighten it back up with your same wrenches that you took it off with, and then that is changing your tire right there. Good. And that is all that is to changing a tire. Right there. Yeah, all good. And so yeah, pretty much just go over it real quick. Take your pop tire off. You can use a screwdriver, you can do whatever, but first just take it, unscrew these, take them off, deflate the tire, and then just peel it off the sides, peel it off, and that's pretty easy. Hard part, which everyone always like messes up, is usually the inflating. They pop it or anything, something stupid like that. All you do, inflate the tube a little bit, put it in the tire, and then put the tire on the rim. Inflate it a little bit, check, inflate, check, and make sure that it's staying on here so you don't want to pinch. Just make sure it's on the rim. And then, yeah, you're pretty much good after that. Just put it on here, make sure the direction's the right way, and then tighten it up. And that is all there is to changing a tire. And thank you guys for watching. And that is really all. And we will have more videos coming to you soon of us actually riding now that I have my bike all fixed. So yeah, thank you for watching, subscribe, and see you later.